Okay, hi everybody. I'm recording this at like 4 a.m., so I'm gonna sound a little bit weird. So if you get like Abby ASMR from this, I'm terribly sorry. But with that being said, let's get started with the video. So we have a huge balance match for Marvel Rivals Season 2. They're looking to really shake things up. And let's not say, but guess what? We're starting off with a Vanguard, so Captain America is getting a change. And they're actually nerfing him a little bit. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of needed. Cap was a huge sleeper pick in the last season. And people that were figuring out like Cap's niche, like they were succeeding like crazy, and you could never kill this character. I actually think in the public stats, his the amount of deaths he has actually dropped this season. So his HP going down to 650 from 675, and his shield value going down in his ultimate. His total shield created goes down to 350 instead of 400. This was desperately needed because his ultimate is literally a third support ultimate or a fourth support ultimate if you're playing that triple strat composition. So this is much needed. The Doctor Strange changes, I'm really confused because they have tiptoed around Doctor Strange like crazy. This character has been nerfed repeatedly since the alpha. Like 1 year ago when I was playing the game, they nerfed his left click to be slower. They nerfed the E to have the fall off in season 1. They nerfed the shield a little bit, and then they also nerfed his reload speed. They've done nothing but nerf Doctor Strange. I think after season 1, Doctor Strange actually balanced out a little bit better, and as like people learned the game more and like people learned how to play the maps and the corners better, they realized they didn't need Doctor Strange to like be that shield bot or at lower levels of play. He was definitely strong. He's very strong in the double shield composition with Magneto. But even at the highest levels of play at tournament play, Doctor Strange is actually completely like he's kind of pushed aside. Like Groot, Magneto, and the Thing are actually the top three tanks at at tournament level play. So at the highest levels of play, like those three tanks are seeing a lot more play than Doctor Strange. Like don't get me wrong, Strange still gets played, but he's become a little bit more map dependent. So yeah, and I think Doctor Strange is a completely healthy character and he's very fun to play. So I think this is gonna hurt his potential one-shot combo ability, and I really don't like that because while I do understand that Doctor Strange can potentially turn around team fights and win points all by himself, I think it's okay to have a tank like that. Not to mention, there's like a million ways to counter Doctor Strange. Like especially in like ranked, there's many ways to deal with Doctor Strange. So I'm a little bit disappointed with the Doctor Strange changes, and perhaps I'm a little bit biased because he is my tank main outside of Venom and soon to be Emma Frost. So uh, a bit disappointed here. But the next changes didn't disappoint me, and that's the Hulk. Now, Hulk is another character I've been learning. I've been enjoying him, and dare I say, these changes are exactly what he needed. Number one, the base movement speed has gone up to 650. um then the cooldown time for his barrier, like the bubble he brings up, goes down to 10 seconds. I'm going to be a little bit foolish. I would have liked this at 8 seconds, but I think that would have been a little bit broken since he pretty much has infinite mobility. And speaking of infinite mobility, the incredible leap charge time has been reduced from 0.7 to 0.5. That's a huge buff, guys. That's a huge buff. Like this is exactly what Hulk needed, because the problem with Hulk and another tank that we'll talk about, like Thor, both Hulk and Thor had a little bit of a similar niche as to what they wanted to do in terms of like a brawl dive hybrid playstyle. But when they added the Thing, Hulk and Thor were completely outclassed by the Thing. So this should really help Hulk with the mobile like hyper dive playstyle and actually allow him to succeed as that like movement based dive and a bit of a brawl tank. And the Thing can specialize more in like these slower brawl compositions, and then they can also work together as a duo. So good changes to the Hulk. This is a thumbs up, right? So far so good. Magneto is a bit of a controversial one because depending on who you ask, Magneto is either very OP, which at the top end everybody agrees like Magneto is the go-to tank right now. Before it was strange, but as people got better at the game, people realized actually Magneto is the best tank in the game. Magneto can one-shot supports through their ultimates. He can completely shut down DPS ultimates. He can do everything. Okay. And the way that they're approaching Magneto, they're definitely being careful because he has the team up with Emma Frost, and they're nerfing his ultimate by increasing the cost. So I think it's okay. I don't think Mag is that hard to deal with, at least in like quick play and ranked games. But I don't know if this will be enough to force him out of tournament play. Now, the devs have said that they are balancing the game with majority of the ranks in mind and not necessarily highest level of play, but they do consider highest level of play. So I understand their philosophy. Um, and trying to maintain strength levels across the roster. Now, Penny Parker. Okay, Penny Parker means rejoice because they have given her crazy buffs. So, first of all, Cyber Web Cluster now has a chance to crit. Now, I don't know if this is like a random thing because the word chance is being used here, or maybe it's a poor translation. Because they first post these in Chinese, so there's a chance that this is that cyber clusters can now crit in general, and then reduce movement speed penalty when you're shooting your cyber web cluster from 40% to 20%. So if I'm not wrong, this pretty much is Penny's left click, and that means that now whenever you're shooting your left click, you barely gonna have a movement speed penalty. That's insane, and you can crit. That's a huge buff to Penny. It's not going to matter that much in the squishy matchups. She didn't really struggle against squishy. She was really struggling against other tanks that made her life worse. So this should really help her with her matchup. And now she's gonna be a disgusting counter to characters like the Thing and even Hulk. So thumbs up for Penny. I definitely think is gonna move her up, and not to mention they're increasing the base health. This is a little bit scary because I think HP wise Penny was fine. And this is a little bit scary territory because like she can heal herself with her barrier, like pair that with 2 3 supports. I don't know, buddy. Penny's looking pretty damn good next season. Moving over to the Thing. Now, this is again one of the meta tanks, and he's very strong. And the way that they're choosing to nerf him is the damage reduction when he jumps onto a target, and that he gives to the target and himself is reduced to 25%. From 30%. So I think this is a good nerf. Personally, I would have liked if the shift over health got nerfed, but I understand that because it's a little bit slow and it's predictable, and he's they want to keep him like safe in that regard. So they again, like all the meta characters, they're being very careful with it. It's almost like they want to bring other characters up to their level rather than nerf the meta characters down to their level. So I'm a fan of that. Thor's changes is something I'm a little bit confused. So Thor will receive an increase in survivability. His HP is going up like crazy to 600, and his movement speed is going up as well to help him make him feel better. Now Thor has a very hybrid playstyle of brawl, dive, and poke. He's definitely a very much jack of all trades. And honestly, like I said, whatever Thor does and the type of playstyle he's trying to do, the Thing is an upgraded version of that. I don't know if Thor needed the health and movement speed in order to be able to compete within that role. It might be, and maybe the devs know better than me. I thought if we could somehow increase the uptime of the F of his awakened state, that would allow him to compete. He would be a hyper aggressive tank, but again, the drawback would be that he is slow. But now they're kind of trying to do a reverse of that, where it's like, okay, well, he is a tank. We shouldn't make him like more DPS heavy. Rather, let's make him tankier, make him move around, take space better. That should help Thor. So open-minded to this change, but I don't think it'll do enough. But the change is nice, and again, like maybe I'm thinking too much about Overwatch, but they're trying to keep tanks as tanks and not as like bigger DPS. I can at least respect that. Now, speaking of DPS, this is the most controversial one, and that is Black Widow Natasha Romanoff. So, or Natalia Romanova if you're a comics fan. Natasha is getting a buff to where added a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of the Edge Dancer and after using her ultimate. This is actually an insane buff. This is mostly quality of life where the delay in between following up your E uh being able to shoot instantly is going to allow her to do some crazy ass combos, and she might have a spot now in some really good anti-dive comps. She's really not that bad because again, like I said, one of the changes that happens down there, I've gotten one change spoiled. It's a potentially scary change if I'm being honest with you, but we'll get to that in a moment. So good change for Black Widow. Although Black Widow's I wouldn't necessarily say it fully solves our problems, but this is a step in the right direction. Hawkeye. So they want to improve Clint's mobility when he's drawing his bow, enhance his combat, and increase the threat of his ult. So reduce the slow effect when he's charging the bow from 30% to 20%, so he's a lot more, mobile. Increase the both instances of damage for the hypersonic arrow from 50 feet. That's actually a huge buff. And then decrease the cost of his ultimate from 3700 to 3100, and improve the draw speed increase from 1.35 to 1.5. Holy shit! The Hawkeye got an insane buff in here. Okay, wow. I mean, we're already in a poke meta, and we're just adding more options for the poke. So, goodness, man, that is a huge. Whoa, why is Hela here? Oh, Oh boy, here we go. The Goddess of Death will see a reduction in mobility while slightly enhancing the offensive power. So her shift is going up to 15-second cooldown. Oh wow, that's crazy. Um, and then her right click, her spell field damage has been increased of Piercing Knight to 35. I mean, that's useless. Like you're pretty much never using this. And the Soul Drainer, which I believe is her E, unless I'm mixing the two up, sees a cooldown reduction. These two abilities are pretty much like useless. It's her poke that's strong, and these are two spots where it's like, okay, whatever. They're trying to make her kit a little bit interesting. I'm 50-50. I like the fact that they're trying to make the rest of the kit interesting, but they did kind of give her her fall off back. Of course, they realized that removing her fall off completely killed the character, so they kind of learned their lesson. And I can't lie, the 15-second cooldown on her flight being gone is huge. So maybe this is a little bit justified. I'm not a fan that both snipers in Hela and Hawkeye have been giga nerfed. Arguably, Hawkeye kind of really needed the help. And these are pretty damn good buffs. I'm not gonna lie, these are some really damn good buffs for him. I think he's better relevant. But Hela, I don't know, man. She's good at high levels of play, and they just made her damage better. Well, okay, like again, Piercing Knight is really not that good, and you barely landing. It's very difficult to land, even with the people with the best aim. And she technically got a really big nerf to her movement, so not bad. Like I might have to give this one a little bit of a middle thumbs up, and not fully thumbs up, but like middle. It's okay. It's like we're okay with it. Human Torch, for the love of God, give him damage. Reduce attack interval for Fire Cluster from 0.66 to 0.5. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. So he has more range on the projectile, and he's shooting it faster, if I'm understanding this correctly. Increase the cooldown for Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but added a new effect that after releasing Flame Meteor, immediately gains 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Whoa. Wait, so Flaming Meteor is his right click, right? Or is that the ultimate? Or no. Flaming Meteor is his drop down slam, right? I don't know the names by heart. So when he drops down, he'll get 75 overall, so he can actually take the ball. Wait, this is Loki goated though. He's shooting faster. The primary attack projectile has been advanced, so I assume what they're trying to say is it can take more range, so he can actually properly play the game now to enhance his impact across various combat styles. This is actually really good. Wait, this is goated. Human Torch might actually be viable. Iron Man. Oh, here we go. I love Iron Man. They've been buffing Iron Man like crazy. I guess they really want Iron Man in the meta, but it's just never working out. Iron Man is seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness. So slightly reduced Iron Man's hit. Wow, the first ever hitbox change in Marvel Rivals goes to Iron Man, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody quote me on this. Am I wrong? Is it like, if I'm not wrong, this is the first ever hitbox change. New feature, he gains 100 over health, activating his armor or gamma overdrive. The begins to fall off at 5 seconds at 30. Oh, dude, they want Iron Man to be viable. Holy crap. I mean, Iron Man's one of my mains. I love Iron Man. And holy shit, man, this is amazing. Like, considering all the other buffs and the 100 over health, dude, I might one trick Iron Man. This is some really good shit. This is some really good stuff. Like, pair this with an invisible woman pocketing you. Oh my god. Or Mantis. This is really good, brother. Iron Fist. Okay, they had the right idea with the Iron Fist rework, but they actually, like, kind of nerfed him. So let's see. So Linley will see an increase in his combat effectiveness against tanks, a slight improvement to his mobility, and a slight reduction to his survivability when he first enters the battlefield. Oh, I don't know about that, brother. Like, he's kind of poo-poo tier. Like, I don't. Okay, well, let's read. Reduce the bonus max health from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall of it. Okay, so it's 50, like, it balances out, fair enough. Lower the fixed damage from 10 to 9, but increase the percentage damage from 1.7 to 2.1. Why are we so obsessed with making him good against tanks? Like, is this because, like, they want to deal with the Wolverine ban meta? Like, I had this theory that the reason Rivals released supports that basically had 4 AoE healing circles is because of a potential ban meta. So it's like, even if you lose Wolverine, you can have Iron Fist as somebody who can help fight tanks. So, oh my god, the kick cooldown is down to 10 seconds. Okay, that's goated. That's goated. That's actually really good. Okay, I'm going to give this change, I'm going to give these changes a chance. They might be onto something with, like, trying to make him a little bit better of a tank brawler, because he might be too broken as a character that can just latch onto squishies and delete them. So I'm willing to let this update cook, but if this one doesn't cook, we genuinely have to fully rework the character again, because now we're completely lost on Iron Fist. Now, Mr. Fantastic, they were trying to actually buff Mr. Fantastic, and unironically, they ended up nerfing him. So here we go. So they're increasing the base health. So this is buffs, by the way. They're increasing the base health from 350 to 375, boosting the damage of the stretch one from 60 to 65 and from 75 to 80 while in Infinity. Oh my god, bro. They want that support meta to die. Mr. Fantastic is actually not that bad into triple support, by the way. But this is to really help him get through those breakpoints 100%. And Mr. Fantastic is going to be good. Dude, I love playing Mr. Fantastic. This is amazing. So, flexible elongation, new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation cooldown time from 10 to 8 seconds. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mr. Fantastic meta? Reed Richards in the meta. Reduce the elasticity gained from elastic strength passive abilities from 30 to 20, while the elasticity provided by strength punch is increased from 5 to 8. After entering the inflated state, the bonus health provided to self has been reduced. Okay, yeah, well, that was kind of broken. Like, he didn't need that much overhealth. Okay, so they traded away his survivability a little bit for more damage. And a very big slow. That is insane. When Mr. Fantastic uses the ultimate, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gain when entering the inflate state. Finally, this should have been there in release. I thought this was obvious, but I guess it took a bit for them to figure this out. This is okay. He actually might be really viable. He actually might be really viable. Loki, they're cooking here. Loki, Mr. Fantastic is gonna be so good. Loki, I can't wait to play him, bro. Like, I'm gonna lock Mr. Fantastic, Wanda, Iron Man, dude. How Human Torch, DPS is looking pretty damn good. Moon Knight, okay. I was playing a lot of Moon Knight, but the nerfs destroyed him. Please be smart about this, devs. Increase crescent dart projectile speed from 120 to 150. Okay, he doesn't need this. I will be very, very strict with this, because Moon Knight was a bit of a had a bit of a special spot for me. This was not needed, and it misses the point. But I'm willing to see what they do. Moonblade new effect. Gain 25 bonus HP with each enemy hit up to a max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus HP stops increasing, it'll fall off at a rate of 20 per second. Speed up Moonlight hook pull startup time after hit from 0.4 to 0.15 seconds. And then extending the duration of the ultimate ability from 3.5 to 4.5 seconds increases the number of the talents generated during this period of from 14 to 18. Holy crap, that's the highest it's ever been. Additionally, the fall speed of the talents has been increased a little bit. Oh, they didn't tell us the number. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell feed has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction of 70% at 5 meters. Okay, so if you're out of the range, you'll get hit by it, but there'll be massive fall off. Okay, wait, never mind. They're low-key cooking with this. This is actually very good. This is really good. I don't know about him getting the bonus health, but I do understand that Moon Knight has a very big hitbox. He's very easy to dive and kill. So this might, maybe this might be needed, but okay, Loki, Moon Knight viable again. Very good. Wanda, okay. Wanda is my secret backup pick, and she's always worked out. And I've even made her work against certain triple support comps. In GM and Celestial. So but the problem with her is, like, you have to specifically play her in a very unique way to make her work, but she needs a lot of help, and it looks like they're doing that. So number one, they removed Chaos Control's percentage damage while increasing the fixed damage from 60 per second to 80 a second. Okay, if I'm not wrong, before it was 82, right? I'm not sure, or was it 70? And they're outright, like, they're done trying to make this previous playstyle work. They wanted to be more threatening against, like, squishies in the game, so they're just outright giving it their 80 damage a second. That's very good. Chthonian burst projectile damage has been increased from 35 to 40, and even the AoE splash damage has been so the AoE range or the splash damage has been increased to 40. Jesus Christ, this is actually insane for Scarlet Witch. And she's also got the new ability with Doctor Strange. Wait, we might actually be entering a Scarlet Witch meta. Increase the cooldown of the Mystic Protection to 10 seconds and reduce the phase state time from 10 to 1. Oh, okay, they're nerfing her mobility. I assume it's because she's going to be a lot more threatening in duels, that they're nerfing her movement, so that it's a little bit, you have to be a little bit more careful here. Now, rework the effect of reality erasure, so it starts at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to a 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure if this is a buff or a nerf. This is very interesting, but overall, these are huge buffs for Scarlet Witch, so very happy for that. Wanda was one of the worst performing characters in the game, and we desperately needed her to be in a better spot. Like, let's be real. Star-Lord, reducing. Oh god, here we go. Okay, Star-Lord has been one of the top 3 DPS in the game, and he needs a nerf. I hate to say it, I love Star-Lord, I love playing him, but he has taken over tournaments, ranked, quick play, he's everywhere. So, reducing Peter's damage output and the efficiency of his ult charge rate. Oh, he deserves this. Reducing the blaster barrage damage from 80 per second to 75. Okay, it's not that much. It's not that much. It'll definitely affect certain hit points, and you'll probably be using E a lot more during your duels to secure kills. He's also being introduced a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters, maxing out at 80% reduction. Whoa! Wait a minute, bro. That's crazy. Wait. Oh my god, bro. I feel bad. This was kind of enough. I don't think they need to go this far, but okay. So they literally like, if you're dueling, you're dueling. Like, you cannot be a sniper on this character anymore. Okay, okay. Massive respect. Like, I think he'll be fine. Um, but he won't be OP anymore because he kind of was OP, guys. Come on, like, I love the character too. I bought all his skins, but he is OP. Let's be a bit real. Okay, Bucky. Okay, Bucky's look. In my opinion, Bucky is a necessary evil. Okay, I am a bit of a simp for him. Okay, I love playing dive, but I also understand that we need healthy counters for dive, and I think Bucky is one of them. As long as you rework his overhealth to where he has to hit all his abilities to generate it. So they've increased the cooldown time for his hook to 12 seconds. Oh my god, that's a huge nerf. Reduced the base damage of his ultimate from 100 to 80, but lowered the threshold to 15%. Okay, so they just like they scaled it around so it takes a little bit more skill. Okay. This is good. They didn't fully gutter the character. He already lost the team up with Rocket, which was a huge nerf to him anyway. Like, putting these two together, he's definitely gonna be a little bit more clunky to play. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more thoughtful. So okay, indirect buff to dive comp. Fair enough. Wolverine. We're tuning Logan's rage acquisition and slightly lowering his control intensity over enemy. Oh, I don't know about. Okay, well, he is one of the best DPS in the game as well. So if Star are good enough, Wolverine definitely gets nerfed. Increased rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while the rage gain from Berserk Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. Oh, okay, I see. They're redistributing power. Reduce the rage gain from Fetal Reap from 20 to 10 and from Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Okay, so they're fully like changing how his kit works. Okay, fair enough. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact from last stand from 1 second to 0.75. I don't know about that. I kind of think he needed that to be able to help secure some kills, but fair enough. He does need nerfs, so maybe they've tested this and it feels better, and he'll probably be fine. To my Wolverine specialists out there, what do you think? I play a little bit of Wolverine. I'm not fully like into the character, so this is something like my Wolverine specialist can tell me about. Supports, strategists. So, Adam Warlock, the cooldown of Soulborn has gone up to 40 seconds. Now, for those of you that don't know, Adam Warlock and Loki are two of the supports that, at least at highest levels of play and tournament play, they're basically what holds the triple support comp together. Without them, triple support comp is really bad in neutral, and you can easily server admin it with certain characters. So, Adam Warlock takes a huge nerf to his shift, and the ultimate ability now restores 30% of a fallen ally's maximum health instead of a fixed 100 health. So even this is a little bit of a nerf, because depending on who you ask, oh, actually, wait, no, like, technically this isn't a nerf. Tanks will kind of come back with a little bit more HP, but I don't know about squishies. This might be a buff. I don't know. You guys tell me. Guys, it's like almost 5 a.m. and I'm way too sleepy to do the maths in my head. Cloak and Dagger. We're optimizing the logic of her ultimate ability. So after activating her ult, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active together until the end of the ult, at which point all of them will go together. Wait, was this not working the same way as it should have been? I mean, this is a huge nerf to Cloak and Dagger in general, because technically uptime is everything, and this does hurt Cloak and Dagger's uptime. To be fair, they have one of the best like mid-fight potentials as a support in the game. So, thumbs up. This is a very good change. Invisible Woman. They're decreasing the Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. Thank God. People don't realize how to play Invisible Woman at lower levels of play. Number one, you are meant to spam the shield, so you're all like it's always up, and the shield, it doesn't look like it's that strong, but when you play into it, the way it can shut down abilities and different characters in different ways is absurd. Whoever made the shield that Susan throws out, like, it's one of the most 900 IQ things I've ever seen in a video game. they knew what they were doing when they designed that thing, because like it really is one of those cases where you have to play the game to really feel that wow, this sucks ass, right? So this is a pretty big nerf. This is a really big nerf breakpoints wise. Um, I think she'll still be the best strategist in the game, but she's definitely going to be losing some power. Loki. Okay, here we go. Uh, oh, here we go. To balance Loki's influence. 25 seconds and 30 seconds. Oh my god. Good god, bro. They came for Loki and Adam like crazy. They nerfed them so hard. And in terms of like sustain, like they've hit the sustain where it matters for triple support. Like even the Guardian Shield could be argued because it helped Invisible Woman do burst healing. This is some insane. So far so good. Like a lot of burst healing has been hit. I mean, Cloak and Dagger's abilities should have been hit, not the ult, but whatever. Mantis. Okay, this is the one that I had spoiled for me. Technically, this is a rework to the way Mantis works. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. So somebody please let me know in the comments. It says here, Mantis, they're reducing her base health from 275 to 250. Stop it! She's not that good. For God's sake, like, why are we nerfing her HP, bro? Like, she's not that good. Even in triple support comps, she's not being played. Like, come on. Yes, I know in certain compositions she gets played, but she's not that good, guys. Please, Mantis doesn't deserve this nerf. Come on, brother. What are we doing here? However, I think the reason that they nerfed her down to 250 is because of this. The effects of the healing flower and the allied inspiration can now be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. So she can now have insane healing and damage boost uptime. I don't think the healing and damage boost will stack, but the effect of it on a target can now stack. So before, let's say you threw healing on somebody and it lasted like a certain amount of time, and then you have to throw it again, so it lasted again. Well, now it's stacking. This is unironically technically a very big buff to Mantis, but also a pretty big nerf to Mantis breakpoints wise. So it kind of balances out. Again, she wasn't even in the best triple strat compositions. Yes, she did get played somewhere, but you were pretty much playing a lot of Adam, Loki, Susan, and Luna Snow. So they're definitely trying to help Mantis, but also like remembering that Mantis can also cause her own problems. So open-minded. Like it's one of those things where we have to play with it. Rocket changes. So Rocket's healing abilities will see some adjustments. So number one, decrease the healing area of his repair mode spears from 70 health to 50 health, but add a new effect of a one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. Projectile speed has been projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 to 7. Extended the cooldown for jetpack dash to 10 seconds. Oh, he deserves this. Like bro is way too survivable. He really deserves this, honestly. And they reduced the dash. He cannot run away. Oh my god, that's crazy. Reduced Sia, the ultimate damage boost, down to 25%. But there's a new effect that during the ability's duration, linked allies receive a 100 over health bonus, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus starts to fall off. Additionally, increasing the energy cost of this ult to 4,000. Yeah, it's one of the fastest charging ults in the game. First of all, this is an amazing rework to the ultimate to make it a little bit better and compete with the other supports. That's crazy. Also, they said Jeff was gonna get a buff, but they didn't put Jeff anywhere. Finally, the team up abilities. So this is well, we've seen, like, if you've watched the videos, you've seen what's going on here, and there's not much else to kind of dig into. Oh wait, hold on, what is this? As the team up anchor, Captain America will gain a maximum increase of 100 health and a 5% boost in damage up. Oh my god, Cap is meta. This is exactly what Captain America needed. Captain America is meta. That's why they nerfed him up there, because they buffed him down here. That's crazy. And Strange's buff is he will get a max health of 100. So, I mean, I think Strange will be fine. Like, I think it'll be a little bit boring that you won't be able to be good at DPSing that much, but like he'll still be fine. He's still a very, very good kit. And with Scarlet, which being a lot better in this patch, it's going to be very good. And down here, holy crap, Captain America is insane. Guys, Cap is better. Cap is actually gonna be Cap is meta. Down here, Ember Frost gains a max health increase of 100 from her team up anchor for the rest of the season. And that's fine. And then, this is the rest of the stuff nobody cares about. Okay, there's some adjustments here. So Winter Soldier, okay, no, they've changed some of this. Okay, we don't care about these changes, but Namor does get the Gamma Monstro. So I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. Anyways, everybody, that's going to be it for the patch note video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sorry that this is very podcast-like and I didn't have anything interesting to show, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one, and let's discuss in the comments. What do you guys think?